Mes chers élèves, bonjour. Aujourd'hui, on va commencer notre classe à inverser pour la 9e semaine. On commence avec les objectifs de cette session. Premièrement, comment s'exprimer librement, comment utiliser la forme négative. How can you express yourself and how can you use the negative form? On commence maintenant avec compréhension de l'écrit, puis vous allez répondre aux questions relatives. You have a text in your workbook page 20. This text talk about school. Then you have to understand. Then you have to answer all questions. First answer, for example, that you will have. Il y a 800 élèves. Il y a 800 élèves. Means that there is 800 students in this school. Second, il s'appelle Mathieu. Comment s'appelle? I ask you about the students. His name. You say il s'appelle Mathieu. Puis son nom, Émile Zola. The name of school is Émile Zola. Non, c'est un collège mixte. Here the answer means that is here we have school, mixed school, boys and girls. Okay? Il y a une bibliothèque, une salle de technologie et deux laboratoires. What we have in the school, like facilities, you have bibliothèque, library, and you have salle de technologie like IT lab and also science lab. Puis non, il n'y a pas d'internet. Did they have internet in the school? No. Maintenant, à discuter. À discuter means discussion. The objective, you have to express yourself. If you answer each question, you can express yourself using some vocab. Here, for example, how can you know, for example, first question, talk about your school, the name of your school. Ce que vous avez vécu pendant la journée scolaire, en partant par exemple le nom de votre école, où se trouve, etc. On commence par la première réponse. Mon collège s'appelle Aruba, donc I ask about what? Le nom de votre collège. Donc la question posée était comment s'appelle ton collège? Comment s'appelle ton collège? The name of your school. College means middle school. Deuxième, c'est Ariad. Pour répondre, où? Where is it? Il y a environ 3000 élèves, c'est-à-dire combien? How many students? You answer saying the number. Je quitte la maison à 7 heures. It means that I leave my house at 7. Donc, I ask about à quelle heure? What time you leave your house? Je prends le déjeuner à 11 heures. I take my lunch at 11 according to your system. Donc, à quelle heure? I ask here about à quelle heure? What time you take your dinner or your lunch or your breakfast? So here I ask about l'heure, à quelle heure? Et puis, les cours finissent à 14 heures. Donc, ici, I ask about à quelle heure ou I ask about quand means when. Quand means when. Quand means when. Okay? Down, you have here to complete using adjective. This adjective, you have to know the meaning. Blanche means what? Blanche mean white. And long mean long, but féminin. Présent mean present. Bleu mean blue. Rouge means red. Court mean short. Long mean long, but masculin. Blanc, white, but for masculin. Rouge, red. Bleu, blue, but for masculin. On retourne aussi, encore une fois, pour notre présentation, la négation. The negative form. We have many forms of negative. We start with the main rule. You put the verb between ne pas, mean don't, or not, didn't, like this in English. So the main rule, you put the verb between ne pas. Example, le mouton danse. This is affirmative. You have to get negative how? You write the verb underlined between ne pas. I say le mouton ne danse pas. Then we have another form. If we have negative and you have article, look here, article, des, Look, we have to change it to be de. They become de in negative, except if you have verb être without any change. So here, the rule is what? You have to change they to be de in negative, except if you have before this negative verb être without any change. The second form, put the verb between ne rien or rien ne plus verb. If you have quelque chose, if you have beaucoup, if you have tout. Quelque chose mean something, beaucoup mean much or many, tout mean all. If you have one of these words, you have to get the negative ne rien or rien mean nothing, nothing. Example. Elle prend quelque chose. Did she take something? In negative, look. Elle ne prend rien. Rien, nothing. Instead of ne pas, you write the verb between ne rien. Another one, quelque chose fait bruit, something make noise. Look here, if I find quelque chose, we replace it by rien. Rien ne fait de bruit. Look here, we have to use what here? De instead of du. I told you if you have a negative, you have to change du to be de. Any article défini, indéfini ou partitif, you have to get de, except partitif défini. Look here, quelque chose change to be rien. Here, you have to look the sentence 1 and 2. You find quelque chose where? In the end. And the second example, you have quelque chose where? In the beginning. So, according to the place of quelque chose, you write rien. If you have it in the end, write rien in the end. If you have quelque chose in the beginning, write rien in the beginning. Elle boit beaucoup de café. Look here, beaucoup. We cancel it and write the verb between ne rien. Elle ne boit rien. The same for next rule. Quelqu'un in red means someone. If you have it, you cancel and replace it by personne. No one. Look, tu vois quelqu'un. Do you see someone here? Look in negative. Non, je ne vois personne. No one. Another example, but quelqu'un in the beginning. Quelqu'un in the beginning. Look, we replace it. The same place in the beginning. Personne. Personne ne mange de légumes. Look here. First example and second one. First one, you have quelqu'un after the verb. So you write personne after the verb. Second example, you have quelqu'un in the beginning. So you replace it by personne and put it in the beginning of the sentence. Then write ne, then write the verb. Also for second example, you have des avec as. So we change it to be de because we have a negative. Next, we have activité de fixation. After that, you remember the rule. You have to answer for each one with negative form. We continue using another form, the verb between ne jamais. Jamais mean never. Jamais mean never. If you find one of these words. Souvent, toujours, parfois, quelquefois. Souvent mean often. Toujours mean always. And parfois means sometimes and quelquefois means sometimes. Example. Il prend souvent des croissants. Did he take often des croissants? In negative, il ne prend jamais de croissants. Here, not according to the place of souvent, but here fixed place. Fixed place mean you have to write the verb between ne jamais. Not like the rule of person, someone, something, etc. No. Here we have to write the verb between ne jamais. Even if you have souvent in the beginning or the end, no, it isn't according to its place, but here we have to write the verb between ne jamais. Another one, tu allais toujours au cinéma. In negative, je n'allais jamais au cinéma. The verb between ne jamais mean never. Here also, instead of encore mean more, you write the verb between ne plus mean no longer or no more. Elle est encore au restaurant? Non, elle n'est plus au restaurant. No longer. Another example, tu veux encore du café? Do you want more coffee? Look in negative, je ne veux plus de café. No more. And in negative, we change du to be de because we have negative form. Now we have another activity. If you understand the rules, you can answer using the form negative. Deuxième session, c'est pour l'activité concernant la négation. So you have to open your workbook to try to answer the question. But remember, as summary, if you have quelque chose, means something, you write the verb between ne rien or rien plus ne plus verbe, according to the place of quelque chose. If you have quelqu'un, mean someone, you write the verb between ne personne, mean no one, or personne plus ne plus verbe, according to the place of quelqu'un. 3. Toujours, souvent, parfois, if you find one of these words, you write the verb between ne jamais. If you find encore, you write the verb between no plus. More, no more, or no longer. If you don't find any of these words, you write the verb between ne pas for the main rule. Down, remember, if you have un, une, du, de l'apostrophe, des avec s, all change to be de or do apostrophe, except if you have verb être before it. Keep it as it is. Page 24, exercice, you have to solve it according to the rule. Then you have to answer, and here you have model. If you have any question, you can ask me when you go or when we have live session. The meaning, because you have to need it. Ne pas mean don't, not in general. No rien, nothing. Ne personne, no one. Ne jamais, never. And ne plus, no longer, or no more. Now, exercice page 25, according to the meaning, you have to write the negative form. Troisième, il s'agit de synthétiser la biographie d'un peintre. You have to make a summary for biography of some painter. We talk about first painter, Claude Monet, the name of painter, Claude Monet. You read the text, page 47, page 47, and sure you need some vocab. So here's the first passage, and you can read it to understand the first part.
Quand Claude Monet s'ennuyait à l'école, il s'amusait à dessiner des caricatures de ses professeurs, dans les marges de ses cahiers. Plus tard, il est devenu le plus célèbre d'un groupe de peintres qu'on appelle les impressionnistes. On leur a donné le nom impressionniste, à cause de ce tableau de Monet qui s'appelle « Impression, soleil levant ».
First passage here talk about Claude Monet as painter, and he created a group and call it impressionist, like in English, impressionist. What about this art or style in art? It means that here the artist can draw directly what he can see, for example, like sky, like sun, like view, etc. So here, this impressionist come name taken from the expression impression, your impression about the thing that you can draw immediately. So here we talk about style in art, impressionism, and you have to read first passage using this vocab. You must need it. S'ennuyer, s'amuser, dessiner, caricature, marge, plus tard, devenu, célèbre, peintre, impressionniste, donné, à cause de, tableau, impression, soleil levant. The same here, you have some example of impressionism. It means that some painting for this style in art. You have some painting, and this one is Soleil Levant. The name of this painting is Soleil Levant, sunrise. Then we have some questions according to what you understand. De qui parle-t-on dans ce texte? We talk about whom in this text? Claude Monet, sure. Que fait Monet quand il s'ennuyait à l'école? Answer, according to vocab. Pourquoi leur a-t-on donné le nom impressionniste? À qui est attribué le soleil levant? Who did this paint, this drawing or painting soleil levant? Second part here, find it in your book. try to understand, and then you have vocab to understand it, comme autre, travailler, en plein air, tableau, sur place, atelier, vivre, temps, l'an, avait, choix. We have some examples of painting for this style in art, impressionist. Look, then you find this part. After that, you find it to try to understand according to vocab. This vocab, souvent, il peint, même, visage, plusieurs fois, sous lumière, s'intéresser, effets spéciaux, brouillard, il volait, représenter, exactement, tableau, il voyait, devant lui, il dit, œil. Then, last part, find it in your book, talk about the end of his life, the last part in your book, find it. Then, you can use this vocab to understand this part. Maison, compagne, jusqu'à sa mort, vécu, ici, avec, deuxième, femme, l'heure, il était, strict, recevoir, invité, heureusement, réussi, vendre, donc, assez, riche. Here, continue for this part in your book, for last part, using also this vocab, se lever, vers, fusée, faire un tour, jardin, planter, lui-même, beaucoup, peinture, vers, fin, vie, voyer, moins clair, surtout, tableau, mémofiant, aussi, voici, populaire. Monet en bref. As a summary, Monet est un grand peintre impressionniste. Les impressionnistes sont une école d'art et groupe de peintres qui aiment peindre ce qu'ils voient directement en plein air. Leur nom vient du tableau Impression de Monet. Monet s'intéressait aux effets spéciaux de la lumière. Cézanne a dit « Monet n'est qu'un œil, mais quel œil !» Monet a acheté une maison à la campagne à Giverny. Il a vécu ici avec sa deuxième femme, Alice. Il aimait bien manger, recevoir des invités. Il se levait vers 5 heures et faisait le tour du jardin. Il est mort en 1926. Donc, ici, c'est en bref la vie de Monet. This is a summary of his life or his life. Claude Monet, who is he? Peintre, mean painter. Which style in art? Impressionniste. Second, les impressionnistes, group of artistes. C'est une école. This is like school in art or style in art. For what? Group of painter. They can paint what they can see directly in plein air, open air. Leur nom, their name, came from which painting? Impression. Who painted? Monet. Monet s'intéresse, interested in what? Effets spéciaux. It means what? The effects of light. Cézanne, another painter, a dit, say what about Monet? Il a dit, he said that Monet, he had good observation. This expression means he has good observation for painting. Monet a acheté une maison à la campagne. Maison means house. He bought big house where in countryside. Which countryside? Which village? Giverny. Il a vécu ici avec sa deuxième femme. Get married for second time, and second wife is Alice. Il aimait bien manger et se voir. What does he like to do? Manger, eat, and receive some guests. Se lever vers 5 heures et faisait le tour du jardin. It means that get up each morning at 5 o'clock and faire le tour du jardin means go around the garden. Mort means die when? 1926. OK? Bonne continuation. Mais avant de conclure, j'attends vos questions sur Windigo ou bien sur notre session en direct. Au revoir.